Okay, so now we're back in Fusion for the second video where we're going to just do a quick little tour, and then we're going to look at doing some basic sketching. So up here we can actually open up new designs if we wanted to, so we could be working on multiple designs at once. Over here you'll have your username, a normal file menu, so new design, new drawing, your data panel, which I would suggest when you're working hide it so you can maximize your screen, saving, which is an important feature. It's worth noting, guys, that Fusion 360 saves everything to the cloud, so it doesn't matter which computer you're on as long as you log in with your same username and password. You'll be able to access your designs from anywhere in the world. We also have our undo and redo buttons. Obviously they're grayed out at the moment because we haven't done anything. Under here we've got different workspaces which we'll go through later. Under here is our browser, which is going to be very important to us because we're going to have all different things as we're making new sketches, as we're making different bodies. These are going to appear down here. From here we've got our sketch. Now any of these that have that little down arrow you can click and it will give you more options as we go through. So sketch is what we're going to look at today. Then we can do create, so we can extrude, create a form, we can modify it, assemble things, construct some different planes if we wanted to, inspect and measure. So this is going to be something that's really going to be useful, and you can see here that there's this I next to it. So if you press I on the keyboard, that is going to get you your measure tool. So you can insert different things, so an SVG, DXF files. We can then do a 3D print of it if we want to. This is what we'll be doing once it's finished. There's different add-ins, we're not going to use any of those, and obviously select. Over here we have a little bit of a browser, or that will move around, and we can look at it from a top view, from the front. We can click and drag on this and it'll rotate it around for us. There is also, what was there just before, a rotate function, which does appear and disappear sometimes. If for whatever reason you get a little bit muddled up and you end up like everything's upside down and back to front like it is here, you can just hit this home button here and that will flip it back around to the front. Now it is worth noting that in Fusion you've got your X, Y and Z axes. So you're probably familiar with X and Y axes from maths where you use them on a graph. Same kind of thing, in Z being like a third dimension. The way that Fusion treats it is that X and Y and Z, so your X and Z are going to be along a 2D where Y gives you your 3D. Now when we go to print, it expects that X and Y are going to be your flat plane and Z's going to make your 3D stuff. There is a way around this that we'll do, and I'll show you that now because we're going to create our first sketch. So I'm just going to grab a 2-point rectangle. Again, there's L for line, R for rectangle, C for circle, and as you go through you can see there's not many others. Offset, trim, which is another one which we'll go through later, but for the moment I'm just going to create a 2-point rectangle. And you'll see that you get these three coloured, well, these three yellow boxes here. Now what this is going to be is going to, as you hover over it, select a plane or planar face. What I want to do is select it so that it's green and red. So select between green and red here. And that means that I'm working, this plane here is X and Y, so Y and X. That means when it prints, this would be your bottom printing up. So for the moment, I'm just going to click and specify the first corner, and drag out and create a box that is going to be 50mm by 50mm. If I was trying to get it to say 58, I could try and get it just at 58. It'll be a pain in the backside. There you can see it's 58.069. I could just type in 58, and if I hit tab, it'll go to the next one, and you'll see it's actually frozen that 58 for me. So then I can then type another 58 there, and both of them are locked. Pressing enter or clicking will give me my sketch there. So I've got a box that's 58 by 58mm. Remember, this is working in millimeters. You can see that it's turned a bit of a beige color. That's indicating that it is a complete circuit. So all these lines connect to each other and it makes a wholly complete circuit. Other ones I could do a line, so I might decide, okay, I'm going to do a line here, and with a line you get to decide the length of it and also the angle. So I might just tab across to the angle and put 45 in there. Now that's locked it to 45 for me, and you'll see it gives you 45 there, and I'm going to do that one there. So that's given me a line there and a line there. That's 45 degrees in there, and it tells you there 45 degrees. So that means this one here would be 45 degrees and this angle here would be 90. Now the trim tool is really good if I wanted to go, alright, I'm going to get rid of that one in there, and it's actually trimmed that sketch. So now I've got that. So you can think of sketching as a bit like drawing. So at the moment we've really got just boxes, straight lines and circles if we wanted to do a center point circle. So I could do this and extend it out to, let's go about there. Again, I might just trim a few of these lines up. Again, you can see that it's still remaining beige, so we know that it's all completed. There's no breaks in any of the lines. So it is a little bit simplistic to get used to, but it will give you the necessary skills to be able to do what we want to do next. So I'm going to stop sketch. I'm going to leave it there because the next thing we're going to do is look at extruding and what extruding will do. And we'll also look at a few of the modify tools. What I want you guys to do now is to create a sketch of some description. It's entirely up to you what you want to sketch, but make sure that it's beige and it's completely filled in like that. So go ahead and create that and then move on to the next video.